Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward part 41, 42, it's 40 something at this point. I still, my recording folder, I haven't named any of the files in a week, so it's just full of unnamed videos and I can't keep track of which part we're actually on anymore. I don't know why I'm so lazy about I should just name the videos when I finish recording them, but, whatever. So last time we did the Golem Bay, which, it was almost an easy puzzle. We were, blazing through it, making such good time, and then I was a dumb idiot for, 15, 20 minutes, and I couldn't figure out the last puzzle, but eventually I did, and, just as we were about to leave, this robot started talking to us.
Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
And for some reason, he's got an accent.
And it's talking.
With an accent?
Can't help it, Flower. Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half. Now, Alice, darling.
Well, he knows our names.
Do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse?
Oh, dude, you've angered the Terminator.
Why, that's right cruel it is. You really think I asked for this?
He really does sound like the dude from Dragon Quest VIII. I don't remember. Like I said, I think I mentioned this at the end of the last video. It's been so long since I played that game. God, how old was I when I played that? I was It's been close to 10 years. Maybe not quite 10 years, but 8 or 9 maybe?
See, they figured they'd give us all personality.
Oh man, that's almost as bad as my bad southern accent.
Some tosser thought they'd give me this one. It ain't right, I tell you.
It's dang old personality, dude. So, what type of drugs did Luna inject us all with? We having some mass psychosis here? So, what the hell are you?
Cooper.
Cooper? If you're a barrel maker, I'm an astronaut. I didn't get that joke.
Right you are, me old son, right you are. Well, go on, have a butchers, mate. What do I look like to you? Robot, you say?
Yeah?
Well, nearly there, but they call us golems round here.
Golem?
Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore.
I mean, they're also Pokemon.
They're made from clay, and they look like men.
Did
They're supposed to do whatever their master, or creator, or whatever commands them to do.
Did Pokemon not be able to remain relevant to the year 2028?
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct. The Golem of Myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power. Our spellings are might different, though. The original blokes are spelt Golem, but me and me mates are Gaulem.
So it's Gollum.
That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labor Electronic Machine.
Dude, that is not work, dude. you cannot have... You can't... That's not how an acronym works.
The truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that.
Yeah.
But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the Golem thing in there, what with us being robots and all.
Uh-huh. So... Should I just call you Gollum?
That don't seem quite kosher. After all of me mates here are golems too.
Yeah, that'd be like calling a dude human.
I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
Hey, great minds think alike.
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique. I figure that's as good a name as any.
And your ID is?
1.
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
We're just gonna call you Ben. Whoa.
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
What? You taking a mickey out of me? Never had a problem myself. Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
Golm?
Golem?
Gollum.
Gollum? Come on, man. That's just Gollum.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
Alright, Guillaume. You said Alice, darling, a little bit ago.
A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
Pretty young bird. I don't care if you call her darling. Oh man, my coffee is like really bad. I didn't have very much creamer left, so I was only just able to put like a very tiny amount, and so then I was like, oh, I'll just put like extra sugar in to counteract it, and now it's just kind of like sugary water. Blech. How did you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know. I know who you are, Sigma,
Ooh.
and you too, Luna. I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
How?
Yeah, how?
You don't know? Oh, they got cameras all over this place. Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a screw, and they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them, you know? Now, as I was saying, there were these cameras, you see.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time. So, I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
Everything? Then...
Does that mean...
You're Zero Jr.?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious? You gotta be off your box if you think I'm Young Master Zero.
Young Master Zero.
The Young Master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place.
Well, what are you?
My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
So, golems are kind of like Zero Jr.'s servants?
No, not quite, Governor, not quite.
Governor.
I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
Well, kind of.
Of course not.
You got, I mean, you know.
Right you are, missus. It'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains.
You got nerves.
We're like your arms or legs. The Gollum's seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head. Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body, which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
Spot on. So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe.
That part of me what thinks.
Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands. Now those commands are sent over the wireless like whoop whoop whoop, and eventually my body picks them up.
Oh my god, the commands go whoop whoop whoop.
Finally, those commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body. That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see. The body's just an output device of sorts. If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a Gollum's kind of like a monitor, right?
Huh?
Huh? I mean, that makes sense. There's no huh there, actually.
Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Jr.?
Well, I suppose you could say that. What with us sharing the mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running.
So, like, why do they exist? That's the real question. Because, I mean, they haven't played a role in any of the other endings so far, like any of the other paths, and we've done most of them.
That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us.
So, like, why do they exist? What are they here for?
I'm an independent core. Zero and I are 2 different blokes. You recollect what Gollum stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
Huh. But if that's the case, your hands and feet analogy doesn't really make sense. I mean, my arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now.
Huh?
And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly. Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we?
Well, I mean, not like that, but...
Cool on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes.
Good.
That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help.
What is the loaf? What, is loaf head?
How's about when you reach for your tea? When you turn a page in your book?
Your book?
Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pear on that bird you fancy? Yeah, the list goes on, me chums. But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Now, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so. But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved. Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy.
And we wouldn't want you to be balmy.
And the young master get along. You got it all sorted now, chums?
Then you're saying that Zero Jr. is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto! Blimey. Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
You're a robot. How can your shoulders get... Well, I mean, I guess the joints could get rusted.
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is a right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years.
Oh.
The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up. Every time I move, it hurts.
So, and assuming he's not being, like, non-literal, if he's been there for years, that means this facility's been around here for years.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, love? 'Cause you lot turned me on is why. Especially that other missus over there.
Oh yeah, the button on top of the safe.
Right you are, Governor.
Can you come with us then?
Ooh, can we be 10-10-10?
The others need to see this.
Wrong
No,
game,
I
but
can't.
you get the idea.
I can only go as far as this cable here will let me. I got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too. Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
I see. So you aren't going to answer my question then?
Huh? What question is that?
What question is that? I asked you how your shoulders can get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got to bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
Yeah, I mean, that seems fairly explainable. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really important, but I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you? Oh, that's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart aflutter. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your lords and peers for a tick.
Lend me your lords and peers for a tick. That's not a thing. They made that up. Nobody says that, right?
So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders? And what does pain mean to a robot? Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
Without waiting for an answer, Guillaume launched into his explanation. Ooh, is this talking time? Let's get a sip of some water. You know, get the throat lubricated. Anytime it switches to novel screen, you typically, you're in for the long haul potentially. Somewhere a pretty young girl is trapped. I'm not going to do an accent. We're just going to talk normally. Somewhere a pretty young girl is trapped in a tiny room. The door of the room has a slot that a number of Chinese people outside the room can use to slide slips of papers to the girl. On the pieces of paper are questions written naturally in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. But then, how could she? She's never learned Chinese. Technically it's Mandarin. You don't call it Chinese. Or, I guess it could be Cantonese, but for the most part, Mandarin, Apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college, she'd never even heard of it. Or never even heard it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received, and slip that answer back through the slot. Once the Chinese questions began to show up, however, she finds herself at a loss. Oh dear, she says to herself, why can't I read these at all? Whatever am I to do? It is at that moment that she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers they are some sort of Chinese phrase books. They have no explanation of what anything means, but show Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? The questions keep coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. More and more and more of them. She finds the set of characters that correspond to the set of characters on the paper, and carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Hell yeah, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here they give her some twice-cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. What? When was your first kiss? When I was 14. He was a grade ahead of me in school. What color of... what are these questions? Black. What's the first thing you're going to do when you get out of this room? Murder some Chinese people, I assume. Beat the stuffing out of whoever's sending me these questions. With the pan you cooked that twice-cooked pork in. All of these questions are written in Chinese. And the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase books onto the slips of paper, with no idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she's never even kissed a boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyway.
Yes?
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
It's extremely important to the plot and character development, Luna.
Can't say there is. This tickles me fancy, I guess.
Oh god, he's gonna get his robo-dick up.
But the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
Exactly. Dude, it's Sigma.
What?
Sigma's losing it.
What?
Right. Well, what I wanted to say was this. All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them. You see? After all, far as they can tell, they're having a nice little chinwei with one of their countrymen.
Okay, interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders or a robot feeling pain?
You thick?
Well, yeah, I guess.
I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold up, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread. So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed. In the interest of extricating my body from its unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless, and my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing. It's the same, innit?
Yeah.
Just like the Chinese room.
Well, sure.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Well, no, he's saying it's the same, effectively. I mean, pain is just electrical impulses.
Use your loaf, missy.
Yeah, use your loaf, Dumbo.
You listen to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots. If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot.
Yeah.
Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh?
Yo, are you saying we're robots?
What if, when someone asks you a question, all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain? Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, innit? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you looks like a person,
oh, whoops, I did not mean to
like
do that,
person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
Okay, so we're getting some deep philosophical shit here, dude.
You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
Well. Hey, can I ask you something?
Lay it on me, Governor.
Why'd you stop us?
Ah, right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot.
Dude, good thing Dio's being patient this time and not instantly pressing the button.
I haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mighty excited.
Yonks? No one says that.
Just spit it out.
I feel like they could just be making up slang, and no one could discredit it because most, I mean, you know, I shouldn't say this, but like most of British slang is like complete nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't care if they invented the language.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you, lot.
I mean, great, you know, I mean, I'm being a little facetious there. Obviously, most slang is complete nonsense. It doesn't make any sense to, from an outside perspective.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts at the moment, but I ain't really supposed to. Same thing for the rest of the blokes here. Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons. There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does.
Okay.
Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like.
So, they actually are Terminators. Holy shit, dude. That's terrifying.
Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
Command violation.
Oh shit, dude.
Rogue processes detected. Product ID GTMCMGOLM. Executing emergency deactivation.
Oh, well, GG. Governor is dead.
Unit GTMCMGO. No other rogue processes detected in additional golem platforms.
So did that like get announced to everyone?
Returning to surveillance mode.
Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
Damn it.
I wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See, right in the middle of...
Yeah. Right in the middle of what? There's Dio. Right on time.
45.
What the hell?
The other team must have opened it.
Shit, why would they do that? Because Dio's an asshole. And also to move the plot along. Because otherwise you guys would just sit around here for literally 10 years.
We have to hurry.
You gotta have a sense of urgency, okay? Storytelling 101. Any second now, the transitions will be done. Actually, one second. While this is transitioning, I need to get up for like 20 seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That may have been slightly longer than 20 seconds, but, you know. We're in the warehouse, yo. There stood Phi, Dio, and K. What the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I mean, it's not really that big of a deal.
I apologize.
Oh, K did it?
We only turned away for a moment.
Oh no, Dio did it. I was gonna say, so they almost switched it up on us.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
I mean, it's not about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole? Both?
Probably both.
Hey.
We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad because, you know, theoretically they could still be in their puzzle room, you know?
What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally.
See, I can't be too mad at Dio because I was under that impression too for a while. And they technically don't tell you until...
Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Like, at least the second room. And some of the paths they don't tell you at all.
So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more, and that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option.
I like how he does the little sigh and then still does the pun. It's like he's like being tortured. It's like, I don't wanna.
If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
It's a very good delivery.
What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this. Of course.
Really?
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized.
Yeah, they'll be
yes.
super mega dead.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
He seemed a little off before he headed into the chromatic doors. Okay, so Quark is not passed out in this one. Yeah, because I remember this. He was, like, really out of it right before they went into the doors.
This is bad.
I mean, Tenmyoji better get that old man brain working. Wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. Yeah, she was just here. Because she insulted Dio. Oh, there she is. It took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when... Is it the gang? I mean, I guess it has to be them, right? Dude, you're gonna give him a heart attack. I mean, you still have like 30 minutes. It wasn't like that much of a rush. Whoa, hey guys.
Quark! Has Quark been here?
Oh, they lost Quark.
Did something happen to him?
He disappeared.
Disappeared? What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone. We can't find him anywhere. When was the last time you saw him?
Oh no. Not the
We were headed
dot.
back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
All right. We need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the Floor A rooms, we'll move to Floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right, you do that. So we're just gonna get blue-balled on the whole Alice being hella suspicious over there? Quark! Not seeing a small child. As we don't tell me he's gonna do this for every single room. He's not here. I checked both rooms.
He's not in the other two either. There's no one here.
Tenmyoji and Kay are in the lounge, and Dio and Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay. Let's leave that to them and head to Floor B.
The slow-moving dot of doom. The slowly opening elevator doors of destruction. The very slow elevator of death. Why are these so long? You went through the red door with Dio and Kay, right?
Yeah. So?
What was on the other side of that door?
You want to see it?
You could just tell us.
Fine. Follow me.
I don't know what it was. I mean, we've done both the puzzle rooms on that of those two doors, but we've done all the possible options, I believe. So there's the pantry.
The pantry.
Pantry?
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
You know what? You guys couldn't have gotten the secret file because you don't know the secret information to actually open the proper thing. Because it's the secret file for this one is you had to put in the day Sigma was captured.
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai.
Wait, what? I was kind of not paying attention. Oh, they ate the food. I think you were supposed to use it to solve the puzzle.
Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta too.
Dang, dude. It's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
20, you think? Whoa. Just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3, how on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're a day. She doesn't look that. What? She looks definitely not that young. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Wow. Dang, dude. That's rude. Oh, give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Damn. Fi is rude. Ugh. Fine, whatever. So this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like this stuff isn't gonna expire anytime soon.
Yeah. The use-by date is about 100 years from now.
How about water?
There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
You made him drink it to make sure it was safe?
I guess you could say that.
So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous?
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh, I almost forgot.
Oh, we were supposed to be looking for Quark, not talking about food and water? What?
I ate something else. Twice cooked pork.
Uh-huh. Oh, for God's sake. Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork?
What is it?
Well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
This might seem hard to believe
Bullshit.
we didn't even finish. Oh, come on, at least let me tell you first. Alright. So there's this robot, dude. I explained how we found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door, and how we met a robot there named Golem, who had a very interesting story.
I see.
Yeah, basically our puzzle room was cooler than yours.
So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Granted, we didn't get any food out of our puzzle room, so maybe it wasn't as cool.
So the last thing he said was, see you right in the middle of...
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Well, this was utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words...
Remember how we were looking for Quark?
Sigma! Phi! There you are! I've been looking all over for you!
What's going on?
Something bad. Something really bad.
Well, come on, spill it.
Alice is... Just come with me.
Oh, that's not good. Anytime they say someone is something, and then they tell us just to come with them, they're always dead. So, rip Alice.
She's in the crew quarters.
I mean, maybe she's not dead. But, you know, historically, it's never turned out well anytime we've been told, hey, someone is something. And then also it's the crew quarters where she's died like 3 times. Okay, yep, that's her. Okay. I think, didn't we start a video or end a video just at this exact same scene like 2 videos ago, I think. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and cut things off here, guys. Alice's death is not really that surprising anymore because it's happened like 3 or 4 times. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part, and bye, guys.